You know what I find really interesting is how come Julie Carey covered Mostafa's bond hearing, but she didn't cover what Chad Mason said on the stand when he said, yes, I violated department policy, so what?
That's a very good question.
Where is Julie Carey on this? She tells the community that this dash cam, according to the police, has no audio. But she doesn't tell the community that the primary investigator who handled the dash cam admitted that he plugged it into his laptop, did not follow chain of custody, and from his own mouth said, I violated department policy. And he's proud of it. Why is he proud of it?
You know, I'll tell you.
I mean, that's jailable offense. Tampering with evidence, that's punishable by jail. Okay?
Of course.
And anybody that is attached to this behavior is an accessory.
This case, Mostafa Aljazairy case, the vehicle is crushed and staged. I mean, I have evidence that the police department crushed and staged Mostafa's vehicle. This dash camera is cut and muted. And what you're going to find out, I have the audio to the proceeding where the investigator is admitting to violating department policy and tampering with this dash camera. Chad Mason cut this dash camera, muted this dash camera, took possession of the SD card, and
he cut the wire to make it look like
now
the wire was cut during the accident. But here's the thing.
Now here's the deal: the independent expert is going to get to the bottom of it, because when he inspects the SD card, there's something called the metadata on the SD card. You're going to find out if this SD card was tampered by investigator Chad Mason. And if he just downloaded the content and then edited the files, then you should be able to download the full dash camera with audio.
So from this hearing, we find out, from this hearing that we're going to listen to, we find out that Chad Mason took the dash cam prior to obtaining the warrant. And what I find really, really interesting is there's photos of them cutting up the car. Days after, I think it was after Mostafa's initial hearing, right?
Yeah.
And what you see in those photos is the dash cam is still attached to the windshield, which means that Chad Mason took this dash cam off the windshield, did whatever he did with it, tampered with it, plugged it into his laptop, did everything he wanted to do with it, and then physically went back and plugged it back into the broken windshield.
When you hear the audio,
he clipped it back onto the windshield as if like it's never been touched.
By the way, when you hear the audio of what he said on the stand, he said exactly that.